Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Decide as to where something belongs in a scheme. The biologist assigned the mushroom to the proper class. Attribute or give. Make undue claims to having. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. The teacher assigned him to lead his classmates in the exercise. Give out. We were assigned new uniforms. Attribute or credit to. Transfer one's right to. A construct whereby objects or individuals can be distinguished. Decide as to where something belongs in a scheme. Attribute or credit to. We attributed this quotation to Shakespeare. An abstraction belonging to or characteristic of an entity. Attribute or give. She put too much emphasis on the last statement. Formulate in a particular style or language. I wouldn't put it that way. Arrange thoughts, ideas, temporal events. I put these memories with those of bygone times. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Make an investment. The option to sell a given stock, or stock index or commodity future, at a given price before a given date. Estimate. We put the time of arrival at 8 p.m. Adapt. Put these words to music. Cause someone to undergo something. He put her to the torture. Cause to be in a certain state. Cause to be in a certain relation. That song put me in awful good humor. Make undue claims to having. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force. Take as one's right or possession. Demand as being one's due or property. Assert one's right or title to. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Transfer power to someone. A person appointed or elected to represent others. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Appoint as a substitute. Transfer power to someone. Decree or designate beforehand. Indicate a place, direction, person, or thing, either spatially or figuratively. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Design or destine. Assign a name or title to. Appointed but not yet installed in office. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. Set apart from others. Decide upon or fix definitely. Specify the parameters. Determine the essential quality of. Specify as a condition or requirement in a contract or agreement. Make an express demand or provision in an agreement. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. Design or destine. Be specific about. Could you please specify your criticism of my paper? Define clearly. Give out. Allow to have. Administer or bestow, as in small portions. an individual quantity of food or drink taken as part of a meal. His portion was larger than hers. Assets belonging to or due to or contributed by an individual person or group. Something less than the whole of a human artifact. The allotment of some amount by dividing something. Money or property brought by a woman to her husband at marriage. Give out. Your overall circumstances or condition in life, including everything that happens to you. Success that was her portion. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. I read a portion of the manuscript. Attribute or credit to. Attribute or credit to. People impute great cleverness to cats. Attribute, responsibility or fault, to a cause or source. The teacher imputed the student's failure to his nervousness. Form a critical opinion of. We shouldn't pass judgment on other people. Form a critical opinion of. How do you evaluate this grant proposal? Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. Judge tentatively or form an estimate of quantities or time. Pronounce judgment on. Form a critical opinion of. I cannot judge some works of modern art. An authority who is able to estimate worth or quality. Put on trial or hear a case and sit as the judge at the trial of. The judge tried both father and son in separate trials. A public official authorized to decide questions brought before a court of justice. Determine the result of a competition. Be pertinent or relevant or applicable. The same laws apply to you. Avail oneself to. Apply a principle. Be applicable to, as to an analysis. Apply to a surface. Give or convey physically. Ensure observance of laws and rules. Put into service. Make work or employ for a particular purpose or for its inherent or natural purpose. I apply this rule to get good results. Apply oneself to. Please apply yourself to your homework. Ask for something. Apply for a job. Refer, a word or name, to a person or thing. Engage or hire for work. How many people has she employed? The state of being employed or having a job. They are looking for employment. Put into service. Make work or employ for a particular purpose or for its inherent or natural purpose. Put into service. Make work or employ for a particular purpose or for its inherent or natural purpose. How do you utilize this tool? Convert, from an investment trust to a unit trust. Put into service. Make work or employ for a particular purpose or for its inherent or natural purpose. Exerting shrewd or devious influence especially for one's own advantage. Use up, consume fully. Avail oneself to. Use care when going down the stairs. Economics. The utilization of economic goods to satisfy needs or in manufacturing. The act of using. He warned against the use of narcotic drugs. Take or consume, regularly or habitually. She uses drugs rarely. What something is used for. Ballet is beautiful, but what use is it? Psychology. An automatic pattern of behavior in reaction to a specific situation. May be inherited or acquired through frequent repetition. Long use had hardened him to it. Law. The exercise of the legal right to enjoy the benefits of owning property. We were given the use of his boat. Put into service. Make work or employ for a particular purpose or for its inherent or natural purpose. Use your head. A particular service. He put his knowledge to good use. Habitually do something or be in a certain state or place, use only in the past tense. She used to call her mother every week, but now she calls only occasionally. Seek or achieve an end by using to one's advantage. She uses her influential friends to get jobs. Demand as being one's due or property. Assert one's right or title to. A demand, especially in the phrase. Lay claim to, as of an idea. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. The accident claimed 3 lives. Demand as being one's due or property. Assert one's right or title to. He claimed his suitcases at the airline counter. An established or recognized right. A strong legal claim to the property. An informal right to something. His claim on her attentions. An assertion of a right, as to money or property. His claim asked for damages. An assertion that something is true or factual. His claim that he was innocent. Ask for legally or make a legal claim to, as of debts, for example. They claimed on the maximum allowable amount. Assert or affirm strongly. State to be true or existing. He claimed that he killed the burglar. Demand for something as rightful or due. They struck in support of their claim for a shorter workday. Criminal law. A pleading describing some wrong or offense. He was arrested on a charge of larceny. Move quickly and violently. A quantity of explosive to be set off at one time. This cartridge has a powder charge of 50 grains. The quantity of unbalanced electricity in a body, either positive or negative, and construed as an excess or deficiency of electrons. The battery needed a fresh charge. Cause to be agitated, excited, or roused. The speaker charged up the crowd with his inflammatory remarks. Psychoanalysis. The libidinal energy invested in some idea or person or object. Freud thought of cathexis as a psychic analog of an electrical charge. Demand payment. Will I get charged for this service? Direct into a position for use. He charged his weapon at me. Blame for. Make a claim of wrongdoing or misbehavior against. He charged the director with indifference. Request for payment of a debt. They submitted their charges at the end of each month. Cause to be admitted. Of persons to an institution. File a formal charge against. The suspect was charged with murdering his wife. To make a rush at or sudden attack upon, as in battle. Give over to another for care or safekeeping. Provide, a device, with something necessary. Attention and management implying responsibility for safety. A special assignment that is given to a person or group. His charge was deliver a message. Heraldry consisting of a design or image depicted on a shield. A formal statement of a command or injunction to do something. The judge's charge to the jury. Attribute responsibility to. The tragedy was charged to her inexperience. An assertion that someone is guilty of a fault or offense. The newspaper published charges that Jones was guilty of drunken driving. The swift release of a store of effective force. Impose a task upon, assign a responsibility to. He charged her with cleaning up all the files over the weekend. Assign a duty, responsibility or obligation to. She was charged with supervising the creation of a concordance. An impetuous rush toward someone or something. The wrestler's charge carried him past his adversary. A person committed to your care. The teacher led her charges across the street. Cause formation of a net electrical charge in or on. Charge a conductor. Energize a battery by passing a current through it in the direction opposite to discharge. I need to charge my car battery. Enter a certain amount as a charge. He charged me $15. Fill or load to capacity. Charge the wagon with hay. Financial liabilities, such as a tax. The charges against the estate. Instruct a jury about the law, its application, and the weighing of evidence. Instruct or command with authority. The teacher charged the children to memorize the poem. Lie down on command, of hunting dogs. Make an accusatory claim. The defense attorney charged that the jurors were biased. Pay with a credit card. Pay with plastic money. Postpone payment by recording a purchase as a debt. Will you pay cash or charge the purchase? Place a heraldic bearing on. Charge all weapons, shields, and banners. Saturate. The room was charged with tension and anxiety. Set or ask for a certain price. How much do you charge for lunch? The price charged for some article or service. The admission charge. Create and charge with a task or function. Assign a duty, responsibility or obligation to. He was appointed deputy manager. Furnish. A beautifully appointed house. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. She selected a pair of shoes from among the dozen the salesgirl had shown her. Selected or chosen for special qualifications. Of superior grade. Select peaches. Detect with the senses. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Select as an alternative over another. I always choose the fish over the meat courses in this restaurant. See fit or proper to act in a certain way. Decide to act in a certain way. The income or profit arising from such transactions as the sale of land or other property. Be capable of holding or containing. This box won't take all the items. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Take the gun from your pocket. serve oneself to, or consume regularly. I don't take sugar in my coffee. Make a film or photograph of something. Take a scene. Be designed to hold or take. This surface will not take the dye. Require time or space. Take somebody somewhere. Can you take me to the main entrance? Have sex with. Archaic use. He had taken this woman when she was most vulnerable. Have with oneself. Have on one's person. She always takes an umbrella. Receive or obtain regularly. We take the Times every day. Admit into a group or community. Head into a specified direction. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Take into consideration for exemplifying purposes. Assume, as of positions or roles. Interpret something in a certain way. Convey a particular meaning or impression. How should I take this message? Lay claim to, as of an idea. Accept or undergo, often unwillingly. Make use of or accept for some purpose. Take a risk. Take something or somebody with oneself somewhere. Engage for service under a term of contract. Shall we take a guide in Rome? Be stricken by an illness, fall victim to an illness. Take on a certain form, attribute, or aspect. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. Get into one's hands, take physically. Can you take this bag, please? Require as useful, just, or proper. It takes nerve to do what she did. Occupy or take on. Receive willingly something given or offered. Be a student of a certain subject. Proceed along in a vehicle. Point or cause to go, blows, weapons, or objects such as photographic equipment, towards. Ascertain or determine by measuring, computing or take a reading from a dial. Take a pulse. Be seized or affected in a specified way. Take sick. Buy, select. I'll take a pound of that sausage. Carry out. Take action. Experience or feel or submit to. Obtain by winning. Winner takes all. Take by force. Take into one's possession. I'll take 3 salmon steaks. The act of photographing a scene or part of a scene without interruption. Travel or go by means of a certain kind of transportation, or a certain route. He takes the bus to work. An unofficial association of people or groups. They were an angry lot. Anything, straws or pebbles, etc. Taken or chosen at random. They drew lots for it. Often followed by, of, a large number or amount or extent. A lot of money. Any collection in its entirety. Your overall circumstances or condition in life, including everything that happens to you. Has a happy lot. Administer or bestow, as in small portions. A parcel of land having fixed boundaries. He bought a lot on the lake. Divide into lots, as of land, for example. Old Testament, nephew of Abraham. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah but chose to spare Lot and his family, who were told to flee without looking back at the destruction. Work in an administrative capacity. Supervise or be in charge of. Administer a program. Give or apply medications. Administer or bestow, as in small portions. Administer critical remarks to everyone present. Direct the taking of. Administer an exam. Perform a church sacrament, ritually. Administer the last unction.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.